Imagine being so broke that you sell your best friend, not a car, not your phone, your dog, the only living thing that still believed in you. That is exactly what Sylvester Stallone did on a cold street corner in New York City for just $40. And what happened next is one of the most painful, shocking, and extraordinary stories in human history. Sylvester Stallone was not born lucky. During his birth, doctors used forceps incorrectly and permanently damaged the nerves on the left side of his face. The result? A drooping mouth, a slurred voice, and a look that made people uncomfortable. Teachers told his mother he was mentally slow. Schools called him a problem child. He was expelled multiple times before he even became a teenager. His parents' marriage was violent and broken. By the time he was a young man, Sylvester Stallone had already learned one painful truth. The world does not care about you. He moved to New York City with a dream of becoming an actor. What followed were years of absolute darkness. He was rejected from every audition. Agents laughed at his face. Casting directors told him his voice was wrong, his look was wrong, that he was simply wrong. He could not pay rent. He could not afford food. There were nights he slept in bus stations because he had nowhere else to go, and still, he did not quit. Then came the moment that would break any ordinary man. It was the winter of 1975. Stallone had no money, no food. The electricity in his apartment had been cut off. He had already sold his wife's jewelry. He had already sold his furniture. There was nothing left, except Butkus. Butkus was his dog, a large, loyal bull mastiff who had been with him through every rejection, every failure, every hungry night. Butkus did not judge him. Butkus did not leave, but Stallone could no longer feed him. So he walked to the local liquor store and stood outside, asking strangers to buy his dog. He sold Butkus for $40. He walked home alone. He later said it was the lowest moment of his entire life. He cried for days, but something happened in that darkness. Stallone went to see a boxing match, Muhammad Ali versus Chuck Wepner. Wepner was nobody. He was expected to be destroyed in 3 rounds. But Wepner kept getting up. He kept fighting. He went 15 rounds against the greatest boxer alive. Stallone watched in the dark of that arena, and something inside him ignited. He went home that night and wrote for 20 hours straight. 3.5 days later, Rocky was born. Hollywood studios loved the script. They offered him $125,000 for it, which was a life-changing fortune for a man who had just sold his dog for $40. But Stallone said no. He wanted to play Rocky himself. The studios refused. They wanted a real star, Ryan O'Neal, James Caan, Burt Reynolds. Not this unknown man with a drooping face and a slurred voice. They raised the offer to $250,000. He said no. They raised it again, and again. The final offer reached $360,000. He still said no. Think about that. A man who could not afford dog food turned down $360,000 because he believed in himself when nobody else did. The studio finally agreed, but they cut the budget to just $1 million and gave him almost nothing to work with. The first thing Stallone did with his share of the money? He went back to that liquor store. The man who had bought Butkus refused to sell him back. Stallone stood outside for days, waiting. He eventually paid $15,000 to get his dog back. And Butkus appeared in Rocky. Rocky was released in November 1976. It earned $225 million at the box office. It was nominated for 10 Academy Awards and won 3, including Best Picture. The man they said had the wrong face, the wrong voice, the wrong look, had just created one of the greatest films in Hollywood history. But here is what I want you to understand. The movie is not really about boxing. Rocky is about a man who the world had already decided was finished, a man who was laughed at, rejected, told he was nothing, and he stepped into that ring, not to win, but to prove to himself that he could still stand up. That is the real story of Sylvester Stallone. Every time life knocked him down, he got up. Not because he was talented, not because he was lucky, but because he decided, in the darkest moments, that the story was not over yet. And maybe that is the message you needed to hear today. Whatever you are facing right now, that door that will not open, that dream that feels impossible, that moment where you feel like selling everything you love just to survive, you are not finished. The script is not done. Get back up. If this story gave you chills, if it reminded you that the people who changed the world were once just broken humans sitting in the dark, then subscribe to this channel. Because every week we bring you the stories they never taught you in school, the real stories, the painful ones, the ones that will make you rethink everything you believe about success and failure. Hit subscribe, share this with someone who needs it today, and remember, the comeback always starts in the dark.